following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man them are thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to Crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
But I was freaking out.
Yeah.
Hey, ho, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We have a fun show for you guys today. We got two great guests. The first one is someone who we've seen a lot of his movies at his premieres. His name's Adam Bucci. I'm looking forward to it because he's also a designer. And then we have Kayla Kelly, who I've just been introduced to. She looks like a lot of fun. She's gorgeous. So it's going to be a lot of fun today. Before we get started, let's say hi to my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hi, everybody. I'm feeling better, in case you want to know. Astro, stop it. My knee is still hurting. You know, we're still going to therapy. We're fine. We go to therapy. We come home. We're dying. Whatever the therapist does to us, he breaks it again to get it to go. Anyway, screw that. Now, as you know, I cannot take medication because I hallucinate. I think I had another hallucination, and I'm not sure. So if you people out there can help me, I'd be very grateful. I firmly believe that I saw on television Mount Etna exploding in Sicily, that Sicily is under a volcano flow right now. If that's not so, please let me know, because I
can Google it.
I firmly believe that it is so. You see, this is a sad part of the drug. I take morphine, and if I take morphine so I could be on this show, my mind goes a little nuts.
It's in Sicily?
Sicily, Italy. What is this called, this problem I have? What is it?
Oh, it did. It did.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
Oh, so you see, I'm not nuts.
Mount Etna eruption live. Volcano blast which sent tourists fleeing. 16
so
hours
where the
ago.
hell did I get that from? I must be psychic or something.
I don't know. Well, it's been for 2 days, so it's been
anyway.
Subconsciously, maybe you saw it.
Probably somewhere.
I
saw a fleeting moment. But anyway, I'm glad that it wasn't one of the hallucinations from the morphine. I take morphine, you know, they have a full one. Jimmy breaks it off and gives me a quarter. I take a quarter of it so I don't flip out. But it does stop the pain somewhat. But it makes you a little foggy. So if I say things, well, I always say things that are crazy. So we really can't define the difference between Ron Russell sober and Ron Russell a little looped. But anyway.
But we're doing good. We both have
8 weeks for me.
I had therapy this morning, and we both had therapy Monday, and we both have therapy on Friday.
So I go to my therapist, who's from Long Island. Terrific young fella, can't be more than 25 years old, built like the Hulk with muscles, and I mean, the guy is like a tank. So he said to me, "You're going to be with me now for the rest of the term." And I said, "Why is that?" He said, "Because for a man your age, you're not your age," he said, "and you're very strong, and you need to have strong therapy, and I'm the guy for you." He's muscling. So he needs big muscles to move my body because I'm very resistant. That's the problem with my knee. I don't relax in therapy, and they have to relax my knee. So you need a person with a lot of power. So all this power coming down on me, I come home, I'm dead. It hurts more than when I had the surgery. So I have to tell them tomorrow, less aggressive.
It was killing us. We both were just
Huh?
dying on. We were both dying Monday afternoon after we went to therapy.
What happened?
I said we were both dying Monday
Dying.
afternoon. They
In,
put me
in
on.
bed with our legs up in the air because we were in such pain. You know, this is no joke, this friggin' knee thing. I keep talking about it. And I look on YouTube, and there's a million people talking about this surgery. I'm really thinking of making a YouTube thing,
Video?
talking about this surgery and telling people most people are full of crap. They don't want to admit that they have pain because they think they're cowards or weaklings. A lot of people can deal with the pain because they dope themselves up. You know, they take so many of those, what you have, those pills.
Painkillers. Oh, I take Tylenol.
No, those big, what you had before.
I had Oxy only for a week.
Oxycodone.
They only give you enough
You know,
for a week.
they throw thousands of oxycodone down their face and they're mesmerized. They don't even know where they are. But if you're doing it like I'm doing it without medication, it is hell. So I cheat a little bit with the morphine, but as soon as I can, no more, because I don't believe in any kind of narcotic or any kind of medication that could be habit forming.
So we want to say hi to the chat room. B. Claudia from Germany has
Hi,
joined us.
B.
Cindy
And I
Lady
love
Lake.
that thing you sent me. I finally got to read it, and it's beautiful. The Italian poem.
It's beautiful, yes.
It was lovely, and it was so thoughtful of you. You are a woman with a lot of spirit and a lot of good soul. You're a good person.
Absolutely.
We need more of you in this country. If we had people like you here, we wouldn't have the stupidity that goes on.
Anyway, so we want to say hey to Hub Reynolds is in the chat room. And she said thank you so much. Hub Reynolds is in the chat room.
Hub,
Cindy Lady Lake's in the chat room.
Hub, what's going on with the wedding? We're getting closer?
Oh, he doesn't. I don't even
Are
know
we
that.
getting closer to a date?
I don't know, but you guys can follow Hub on TikTok. You guys, they got a great TikTok channel in TikTok. so
Okay,
follow
let's
that.
everybody go to TikTok and look at. See, I lost his name, and
Hub.
I know Hub for years. I love Hub. He's like one of my favorite people, and I just lost Hub's name. So you see, it's sad when you're on drugs.
He has another one now, but he has a new one. It's not just Hub Reynolds Jr. Music. He has one together. They have one together, but I don't know the name.
You
of
have
it.
one where you sing. I mean, I don't have.
Yeah, he sings on them.
You know, Hub, I don't have time to go on and watch all of my friends because everybody and their mother has a podcast.
No, she's not on TikTok. It's not a podcast. It's just a video.
Whatever
thing.
whatever.
Yeah, you go on YouTube and you watch all those short videos.
Oh, it's
That's what
thing?
TikTok is.
Oh, I could watch that.
Yeah, you can watch
But
that.
a lot of my friends say, "Did you see my show?" And I say, "You know what? If I had to watch everybody I know's podcast,
Oh, well,
we would have no time to eat or
you
to
wouldn't be able to do anything
or to have sex.
or do anything. So,
Have sex? You like that? 85 years old. I'm worried about sex.
so in the meantime, you guys, we want to thank everybody for tuning in every week. You can hear our show. You can go and listen to us on Acast. It's acast.com. We're on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Amazon Prime, and 360 TVN. We're on a bunch of other platforms, but those are the ones that are the ones that everybody really knows. We do have a fun show today. I
Oh,
think
have
we're
to
going to
say
enjoy.
something
Oh,
before
go
I
ahead.
forget. I want to thank everybody for the numerous birthday wishes I
Oh,
got.
yeah,
It
you
was
got a lot.
outstanding. There was hundreds and hundreds. I want to thank all of you. And for my close friends that I said I will not be talking to you on the phone, soon I will. It's just that right now, trivia on the phone doesn't work. And I know that my sister-in-law broke her wrist. I can't get into that shit. You know, I got my own problems with my knee. I got to listen to her with her wrist. And then I got my friends Terry and John, who I love. They're waiting to see what happens with me with my knee because they're having their knee done. So I don't want to talk about any of this with any of my friends. I want to go back to phone calls that are full of fun and things that we did, parties we go to and movie stars' houses we snoop around in. I want to go back to that. I don't like the negativity of illness. I'm also dealing with being 85. It's a very difficult age for me, and I'm having a lot of trouble with it. I don't like it. I don't like what goes with it. I don't like what people think about you when they find out your age. They sort of make you disappear. I'm not crazy with the whole thing that's happening in my life right now, but I am a strong person, strong-willed and strong-minded, and I intend to work on this to get rid of it all and just stay Ron Russell, ageless, because to dwell on one's age is pathetic. Don't dwell on 50, 60, 70, 80. You know, you're the same person. The number changes, but you're the same person. Don't let the number change you. And that's what I'm fighting.
Especially since he's got a lot of work coming up.
Well, even my friend Fran Bizarre, she fell and broke a hip or something. It's like all the old people I know are broken. And it's so sad to talk to everybody. They're all in rehab. I thought, what the hell is going on? This is not my life. My life is party, people, and go, man, till you drop dead. Huh?
And movies.
And movies, and making movies.
So it's all fun.
Anyway, next week we're going to Marcel Waltz's birthday party. And that's in LA.
And that's our first time out.
It's a 2-hour drive to LA. I don't know that my leg can take it, or Jimmy's leg, to drive 2 hours, but we're going to surely try because we love Marcel.
And it's our first outing. We haven't been out to an event or anywhere since I had my surgery on February 20th.
And I haven't seen Sarah French in a long time, and I know Sarah will be there. So we'll see a lot of our friends.
Hub says he's going to be 64 in September, and Hub says he's going to be 64 in September, and he's having a blast.
You have to, Hub. You can't let the number get you. I mean, what? I'm 85, so I have 5 years left before I die.
No.
I'm going to dwell on that. Oh, I only have 5 years. No, fuck it. I'm going to have a good time.
Absolutely. All right. So you ready to bring on our first guest?
Ready for our first guest?
All right, Juan, let's bring him in.
He's ready for us.
Oh, he will be, I'm sure.
Where are you, first guest?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if Juan's paying attention. They says he's in the studio though. There we go.
Here we go.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Good. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear
great.
you.
Do you have a mustache, or is that just two big snot balls hanging out of you?
I actually just shaved it off yesterday. It's
Look
just
at
stuff.
that mustache. You look like Groucho Marx. You're a good-looking young kid. Let me see your face. Come close. You're a handsome boy.
Oh, you're sweet. Don't look too close.
With nice
So
teeth.
he said, "Don't look too close." Hang on. So I have a question, just to make sure I say it right. It's Bucci like Gucci, right?
Yeah, I missed it by one letter, but
There
yes,
you go.
Too bad it
That's
wasn't.
okay.
Too bad it wasn't a G, huh?
I know. I'd have a bigger apartment, that's for sure.
Wouldn't that be nice to have Uncle Gucci?
He said he'd have a bigger apartment, that's for sure.
All right, let's do an introduction. All right, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, actor, producer, writer, and designer Adam Bucci. Hello, and welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
We're excited
How
to
are you
have you.
That was a very weak thanks for having me. You could have done better. That was very
Thank you for
like,
having me.
no, that was like, fuck you, I'm here. What are you going to do about it?
No, never.
You got to say, like, I'm really excited to be here because you guys don't put anybody on this show that's not somebody.
No, I
That's
am.
true.
honored.
He knows that already.
So feel good about yourself, Bucci.
I thank you. My mom's very excited. She wants to know
Now,
how to
you
watch this. She probably
you
doesn't know how.
Italian?
You know what? I can send you the link afterwards. It'll
Yeah,
go up on our YouTube channel afterwards, so she can see it.
Now,
So-
you're,
Yeah, I
you're
sent all
Italian.
the links. Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
Italian.
What
I'm
is it?
Italian
Yes.
German.
What kind of Italian?
Northern Italy. My mom could tell me better. I always forget.
Northern Italy.
Oh, I'm Northern also, Genoa and Venice.
Okay, nice. I've never been though. I really want to try.
Oh, it's beautiful. You have to go. It's
know.
like no place on earth. Italy is
Oh,
the
I
most
know.
beautiful country in the world. I'm not because I'm Italian.
No,
But
everyone says that.
says so. It's the number one tourist spot right now in the world. So
Yeah,
you
and
got
everyone's going to get their citizenship and leaving to live
Now,
there
you
too, which
just-
is all important.
you design clothes.
No, wait a second. I'm
What?
going to do it because we're going to talk about the acting first, and then we're going to talk
I
about
wanted
the
to go to
designing
the clothes because I have a good question for him. Do you design the shit that Jessica wears?
Who's Jessica?
Parker.
Oh no.
No.
Sarah Jessica Parker. No.
I mean, do you ever see anybody so badly dressed?
I mean, hey, it's quirky and it's fun.
No,
She
it's
can
not
pull it
fun.
off. She can pull it off. Not the normal person.
She could pull it off 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched the new
now.
season. So
No,
Oh, I don't watch it. I don't like it.
she's starting to look Happy Halloween. I mean,
see what you
she
mean.
looks like a witch, and she can't help it because she's a very unattractive woman. And a woman that's that unattractive should have you to dress her, so you make her attractive.
So I guess we're going to
Well-
go into this. We'll go into this first then, since he
I
started.
mean, when
that way.
you
It's
when
not how I
you're
wanted to
not
do it.
attractive and you wear weird clothes, it only enhances your weirdness,
But I'm okay with that. Look,
huh?
Yeah, see, he's got a
Weirdo.
shirt on that says weird. Actually, I like that. That's a nice one.
I like those colors.
I like the colors
Thanks.
too.
it's very
So real quick,
good.
we have people
How
in the
much
chat
is it?
room.
How
Just
much
say,
is-
just say hi to everybody in the chat room.
What is
Hi,
that?
everybody
t-shirt?
in the chat room.
There you
This
go.
is
What is
it's
that
super
t-shirt?
soft. It's like a vintage, so it's like $45.
45
beautiful.
bucks for a t-shirt. You got balls.
Yeah, hey, it's nice
You think-
quality.
He thinks that my stuff was really expensive too. So I had a clothing line for 20 years. I dressed Madonna and Elton John and
Wow.
David Arquette and all these great people. A lot of bands, everybody in horror. But you're doing the more modern horror people. I did the old ones like Pinhead and Freddy Krueger and
Well, I love the originals and the classics and all that.
I didn't
so
get
that-
a Jennifer Love Hewitt or anything like that when I was doing it. But everything I was like you though. Everything I made was one of a kind. I only made
Right.
one of them. I had
Well,
a
like and just like I don't design. I don't like stitch and sew
Right.
the clothing, but I'm designing like the apparel, like artwork on the apparel. So
right.
in that way, I'm designing, but I'm not like a stylist, which would be cool to learn how to do that. But I'm not dressing people. I'm more adding to their. Does that make sense?
Yes,
I'm
you
hoping
added-
to have them
work.
wear my stuff, but I'm not like
You're not,
fitting
I
them,
you're
and
not designing it. You're
Yeah.
enhancing the design.
I'm enhancing everything with my design. So I'm
So, like-
designing to yeah.
I actually
Well-
wore this just because you were coming on. So this is my one of a kind Batman shirt that I made,
I
and
love
this is
it.
this is 30 years old. Like I made it 30 years ago.
I love it.
I haven't made anything in 25 years.
So when I
And-
first went out with Jimmy, he was designing, and he had a warehouse of clothing. And he said to me, "Why don't you go up to the warehouse to pick out a few things?"
He had a blast. I did
I
everything,
went up
shoes,
there. I
everything.
picked out about $1,000 worth of shit because his
Nice.
shirts are $145 for
My
a
shit was
shirt.
expensive. Like I had jeans for $2,000
And I
and
said, "What kind of
tuxedo
crap is this?"
jackets for
He said, "Did you
$1,000.
see the buttons
it.
on the shirt? The buttons are sterling silver and they're antique." I said, "So for that, the
Wow.
shirt's $145."
Yeah, Ron's cheap. You got to remember
I'm
too.
not cheap.
With
I'm
clothes,
not
he's
cheap.
cheap.
I'm
Because
not.
I know your stuff has to be a very high price. 'Cause
No.
your stuff is so beautiful. It's really
Thank
like
you.
I had no idea that you did that. We should tell everybody. So is the name of your clothing company Small Town Weirdo? Because I know you have 2 Instagrams.
Yeah, so Small Town Weirdo is my alter ego. It started during COVID. So when acting everything stopped, I wanted to still be creative and really like push myself into some other thing. And I almost went to art school, but I went to school for theater. So I had this like, background of visual arts, and I always did it as a hobby, never on fabric. And I had seen someone wearing something that was painted and like right before COVID, and it always stuck in my brain. Like, that looks really cool. I wonder if I could do that. I just don't have the resources or the room to start having clothes everywhere and painting. But during lockdown, I just invested in supplies and just experimented, started from a hobby to then once I got it on some celebrities from Scream and Matt Bomer, and people just got like from Instagram, just word of mouth. Then Variety did an article on me. They called me up and I was like floored. They're like, "We want to interview actors that are pivoting during COVID." And that really forced me to be like, okay, let me make this into a business. So I trademarked Small Town Weirdo because I wanted it to feel just quirky enough, not too horror, but like where I could still explore pop culture.
That t-shirt you have on is not weird. That's not weird.
Well, that's my point, is like I can wear weirdo across my
It's a
chest and
nice
feel great
t-shirt.
about myself. So
Beautiful. I can tell by just looking at it that it's really soft and nice.
it's,
Yeah.
So,
it's really soft. It lightens in the wash, so it gets really vintagey. So I'm a one-man band, and I try to get the best quality
Do you-
stuff
do
that
you
I can
think-
design.
Do you think fashion will ever go back to being chic again?
I think so. I hope
We
so.
would look like we used to look 20 years ago, decent, put together correctly, like Warren Beatty or Cary Grant.
I mean, I feel like I'm seeing that on the red carpet right now with actors and actresses. I mean, like the trousers that are a bit baggier now, higher waisted. I'm seeing a lot of that, like
He loves that.
I love that. Like Chabot.
1920s, 1950s polo kind of tucked in. Like I love that look. But on the flip side, this company has really helped me get out of my box and being bolder with color and design. So if it has an art element to it, I say go for it. I think there's room for
Don't forget, I wore all those 1950 clothes when
That's
they
my
were
favorite
in style.
genre of era. Yeah, I love it.
They were in style. I wore them. They were called peg pants. We pegged the cuff of the pants were down to a 14-inch peg, and then we had saddle stitching going up the side of the leg. So you had black pants with hot pink saddle stitching. Then it got to the pocket, and the pocket was a pistol pocket, the shape of a gun. And that was the hottest slack in the 1950s. And they sold for about $15, which was a lot of money back in the 50s.
Well, I never actually got featured in Variety, so congratulations on that. I did get featured in DNR, and DNR was the male companion to Women's Wear Daily.
Nice.
I was in New York, and they called and wanted to interview me, and I was on vacation, and I flew home not to miss the interview because DNR was the biggest men's wear magazine that you could be in. There's nothing bigger. And they did a 3-page spread, and it was the coolest thing ever. And I really miss doing all of it. I had a blast doing. I like it. I can't help it. I like
wrenching your hand.
I like to wrench
But
my
that's a
hands.
sign of old age.
I am old. But I had a really good time. So right off the bat, everybody, if you're looking, I'm going to guess that I know that Marlon Brando is something you painted, right? Right.
Yeah.
behind
So
you.
I recently, when I'm like a
Let's see it.
walking
Hold
business
it up.
card. I wore it to a Francis Ford Coppola event
You
the other
painted
week.
that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's hand painted. It's on a blazer,
That's beautiful.
and it was
Oh my God, it looks just like him.
So this is it. Yeah.
That is absolutely.
No, he's really talented.
You're talented.
He's really talented.
Thank
Or
you.
I wouldn't have brought you on if I didn't
Yeah.
to talk about
You know
clothes if
what?
I didn't think you were
Forget-
really
That's very
talented.
sweet of you.
Forget the T-shirt. Stick with the jacket.
Well,
I-
honestly, the jackets are, they range from 1,000 to 3,000. They take 40 to 80 hours to make. And
That's a beauty.
I know there's a specific audience for it, and I don't expect people to just drop that kind of money. So when maybe like 6 months into painting, a year into painting during COVID, I was like, I just want to make something simple and something on a
You're an
T-shirt.
artist.
And
You're an
Jamie Lee
artist.
Curtis wore my Final Girl shirt.
Which
And
is
that's
awesome.
that's what started my brain like, okay, this is working. Let me just start doing these shirts that are still like my handwriting, my design, but can mix the price point up so people can still come and shop.
I did
It doesn't
both.
have to
I
be
did that
high-end.
too. I had
Yeah.
so I made blazers, and they went from about 600 to 2,000, and then I also had T-shirt lines that I mass produced. And they said things like "gay for pay," and I had all kinds of fun sayings and stuff that I would put. Fuck me, I'm famous. Gay for pay.
Could I
love
correct
it.
something? Jimmy said I was cheap. I am not cheap. I had a television show, okay? I interviewed movie stars. I needed every day a different outfit. I couldn't go for $500 shirts. I had to go for the $2 shirt that looked like $500
Hey, that's
because
fine.
I had an extensive wardrobe. He went in my closet in my house when we first met. He couldn't get over how many suit jackets I had
I mean, yeah, it's like,
because I had to change jackets with each interview. So
and
that's
you can never wear shit twice. when
I
you're
never
doing
wear
this.
twice. I mean,
Yeah.
like this shirt I've worn before, but it's one of my favorite shirts. It's an
Love it.
excellent. This is a really good shirt, and the fabric is unbelievable.
So
this,
wait.
this is an
All
expensive.
right, I want to go
shirt.
back. I want to go back. Okay, so first of all, let me ask you. So because you're really doing art on clothing.
fabric.
Like, were you always super into the fashion stuff when you were younger, or did this kind of like evolve? Because basically, you're an artist. You could put that on a
That was
canvas
beau-
and
that-
sell
that-
it for a ton of money.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. I mean, everything was on canvas. I was always drawing as a little kid on everything. I'd paper plates, menus in restaurants. That's why like my my path was really art school. And then when I did musical theater in high school, that I got bit by that bug, and that's really my passion that I'm pursuing, film, TV, theater.
Do you
But
think? Do you
what's that?
think? Do you think if you painted me naked on that jacket, we could sell it?
Oh yeah. If you sign it, absolutely.
So do you? That's hilarious, though. All right, so
But no, you asked me how. No, I was very shy. I did not want attention on me. I even was embarrassed if I had like a backwards cap on. I didn't want people to think I was too cool. So like this company, like later in my journey, has really brought me out of my shell, because I would never imagine wearing shirts that say weirdo or queer or final girl, or having these bold designs on my back, and promoting it. So it's actually been easier promoting my art than it has been promoting me as an actor, because I feel separate enough that I can be like, this is what I did, versus like, look at me, I'm an actor. So I've been learning a lot.
How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
21, 23.
Wow, I love you.
You're not? You're an old man?
No, I'm 41.
God bless you. You
oh
don't
my
look
God!
it.
See, you Italian, Pete. He's 85. You
Yeah.
guys don't crack at all, because you don't. I would have guessed 26 was going to be
You're very
my guess.
sweet.
Oh, Italian men are hung and we never age.
There you go. So I had one jacket that I made, and I only made one of them. And I took all these wild tiger and zebra fabrics, and I embroidered on all of them "Kiss My Dick." And then I put the I put it all over the jacket, and then I had these little erect penises, and I sewed like 50 penises all over the jacket, and I sold it for like a lot of money. It was like $5,000 or something. It was
Some mentally ill asshole.
no, that was fun. It was
Get
fun.
out of here.
So
That's trash.
now, do you sing also? Then, if you did music, you studied musical theater.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I sang. I mean, it's been a minute since I've done musical theater shows, but I did Life Could Be a Dream out here. It was Roger Bean musical. He did the Marvelous Wonderettes in New York. It was like the brother musical, so I did that. And I sang in high school and college. I was in a cappella group. I miss it. I miss
Really, you got a lot going on.
Are you a Gemini?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, okay. You sound like a Gemini.
All right, so you guys, we're
I
gonna throw
dated a
some.
Gemini.
There you go.
Wait, what?
He said he dated a
A Gemini.
You dated a Gemini?
So I get it.
And still sane? I'm a
What?
Gemini. I'm a Gemini. We're crazy people.
Yeah, you got two sides.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Definitely two people. Definitely.
So hang on. What I want to
But you know what? When you're in bed with somebody, it's a threesome, so it's fun.
So we're gonna throw some pictures up, and I don't even know. I picked out the ones I like the best, and I don't even know what order or anything they're gonna come in. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see them or not. Juan, I'll tell you, go one at a time, Juan, and I'll tell you when to change. But throw a picture up there, and let's see if Adam can even see it. Like if there's a way he can see it from doing
But
it.
Adam, where can we find your clothes?
So smalltownweirdo.com.
Do what?
Smalltownweirdo.com. Follow him on Instagram too.
Look at
And
these.
Instagram is the most stuff.
Oh my God, your stuff is museum.
Okay, so you
It's
guys,
beautiful.
this is Scream stuff, and actually we've had
Yeah.
Skeet Ulrich on the show before. Can you see that we're talking?
Yeah,
we're
I
talking
can see
about?
it. I can
Okay,
see
so
it.
so that's Rose McGowan in the top left, right?
No, that's Drew Barrymore.
Oh, Drew Barrymore. Drew
Yep.
Barrymore. Nev
And
Campbell.
that's Nev Campbell. That's the boys, Stu and Billy, Skeet and Matthew Lillard. And then when Scream came out again, like the fifth installment, I did the New York kind of version, and that's all glitter. The bottom is all glitter, making up the city lights.
I love it.
Now, what did
Yeah.
these go for? How much would these sell for?
Like 15 to 25. It just depends.
15 to 2,500.
1,500. Yeah, I would go for
One of a
15.
kind. It's fabulous.
Yeah, I mean
love
they take like 3 to 6 weeks depending on the jacket, just because I need to also sleep and eat.
right. I
Now,
love the
Do
Ghostface
you, do you
jacket.
do custom work? If
Yeah, the jackets are
We won't do the pictures.
okay.
yeah. Mhm.
I love it. All right, Juan, let's go to the next one. All right, so this is you wearing Final Boy. So tell everybody what a Final Boy is in case they don't know.
Yeah, so Final Girl is kind of like Jamie Lee Curtis. She's one of the original that, for Halloween. It's the survivor of the horror movie. So when like I said, I got that on Jamie Lee. I wanted to do the Final Boy just because they exist in movies like Devon Sawa, Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead, just the survivor in like an epic horror movie. So I have Final Boy, Final Queer as well. And then I just did 90s Con in Connecticut because the cast of Scream was there. And I got to meet Tori Spelling. She was in Scream 2. She did that, stab version of Sydney.
Yeah.
And my friend Art dressed her for Dancing with the Stars. And he got her a Final Girl shirt. And she wore it on set of Dancing with the Stars last season. So she knew me. So when I approached her, I was like, she knew who I was. And we got to snap a picture.
That's awesome. I love it.
Now the blonde, who she's just a friend.
No, that's Tori Spelling.
Oh, that's Tori Spelling.
She looks good.
She keeps changing her face.
And she's so sweet.
She changes her face more than anybody.
I love her.
I mean, I could walk by her 10 times and never know it's her.
So you like Scream? Is Scream one of your more favorite franchises? Because
It really is. I mean, I was in 6th grade when it came out, and I remember I can't really figure out what it was. It's just it brought horror back to everyone in such a great way in general. So for that being one of the first big blockbuster horror movies that I saw as a kid, that just opened my eyes up to the genre, one. And then and I grew up with the genre growing. We're up to Scream 7 now coming out next year. So I've kind of grown up.
5 and 6? What did you think of 5 and 6? Like, I actually liked them a lot. I didn't think I was gonna, but I liked them a lot. I'm a hardcore fan, but I'm not. We have another picture come out. Actually, we should have him move over a little bit to the side so we can see you while you're talking.
The picture's blocking me for everyone. Okay.
Middle for us. No, move to the other side. Go to the other side. There you go. Now we can see you and talk.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the next one. Juan, let's go to the next picture. I think so that's Michelle Barrera, and I like
Melissa
her
Barrera.
Melissa Barrera, sorry.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
I like her a lot. I think she was great in the films.
And she bought one?
No, she's the star of Scream.
I gifted her one, actually.
That's her thing.
Yeah, that's fabulous.
She's actually in the dressing room of Scream wearing this jacket.
Did she sign that?
That's awesome.
Did she sign that?
No, I mean, I gifted it to her, so I sent it to set. And we had a mutual friend that this really started it all for me is when I was doing it as a hobby during COVID. I saw a friend of mine who was in a show with her, Vita, on Stars. And she had just started filming Scream in North Carolina. And I was like,
and she loved it, I bet, right?
Yeah. And I said, you got her. His name is Adrian. I'm like, could you please reach out to Melissa? Like, do you mind? And see if she'd want a jacket. Cause I'm just trying to get eyeballs on something. Cause I'm just starting out. And he's like, sure. And she loved it and wanted one. And I sent it to her on set. And she literally wore it on set of Scream. And
that's so people don't understand how important that marketing is. Like, I would give the stuff away when I went to conventions just to get, first of all, that's how I got all the famous people on this show at the beginning when we first started. But also, like, I sent something to David Arquette out of the blue. Like, I just looked up and found an address and sent it to him. And he sent me back a thank you with all kinds of stuff that he sent me. And then, like, a week later, he was photographed in People magazine wearing my shirt. And I was like, oh my God.
That's amazing.
That's going to happen for you too. It's going to happen all over them because you're
beautiful. Your work. I mean, you should just paint on canvas. It's so beautiful.
No, I have no room in this apartment, so I will do it, but I have no room to store it.
All right, next one, Juan. Let's go to the next one. I love it. We've never done this before. So that is Jamie Lee Curtis, and I forgot the other girl's name, but they're the stars of Halloween.
Andy. Yeah, she plays her granddaughter in Halloween. I woke up to this picture on Instagram, and my husband woke me up and said, Jamie Lee is wearing your shirt. And that started that. That was pretty epic. Amazing.
You said your husband.
Yep.
So you're married and you're gay. So are we. I'm married to this old
You've met him a million times.
I've met you a million times. Remind me. I've met
He's in all Marcel's
No, I know. Yeah, I was in Brood, and That's a Wrap, and the Garden of Eden.
It's the mustache that's throwing me.
No, you had longer hair. Your hair,
I had longer hair a little bit, and That's a Wrap.
I know who you are.
Spoiler, yes, I was the killer.
Yes.
And you know what? That's Rap is my favorite of all the films.
I know.
Lately, like of all the films, I love it so much. I actually bought it so I could watch
Blind is released now, and so is Pretty Boy.
Right. Yes. Those are those.
When we get to the movie stuff in a few minutes, we'll go to the movie stuff, and then we'll talk about that.
It's that stupid mustache that does nothing for you.
This is honestly, this is a shadow. I shaved it off yesterday.
Take it off.
Okay.
I'm Italian.
Go back to the long hair. You were so cute.
All right, so hold on.
I remember who you are.
So he's not good
I
with
have a
names.
lot of hair up here. It's just
Yeah, you
curling
do have a
as
lot of
water.
hair.
Oh, I remember you.
So Juan, let's go to the next one. So this is going to be a great one. So you guys, this is going to be something that nobody has seen yet, but for the
Nope.
new I Know What You Did Last Summer reboot, you're doing
Yes.
something.
Yeah, so funny. I have a friend in New York, Tommy. You know, we did something in New York on film years and years and years ago. He's now has a podcast. He's married to Gio on Good Morning America, one of the main anchors. And I had reached out to Tommy maybe a month and a half ago, and I said, because Jennifer's coming back to I Know What You Did Last
Yes.
Summer, and I simply just messaged him, like, let me just message him. I haven't talked to him in a while because I saw that they were friends because she was on his podcast, and I said, would you maybe reach out to her and I'll gift her a Final Girl shirt. It'd be so fun to see her in one of the shirts because I've been trying to get them on all the celebs that are in the horror movies. And so far I have a pretty good track record getting it to them. And he's like, oh my God, she'll love this. I'll reach out. The next morning she wrote me herself and wound up ordering some shirts on my website. And she said, I would love a jacket to do with press for I Know What You Did Last Summer. So we wound up talking and got her some shirts, and we worked on a design, and hopefully within this next week, I'm going to reveal the jacket. I've been teasing out the process of painting this week on Instagram, so you can kind of see me shaping it up. And she also has the new T-shirt from the jacket that she's going to reveal this weekend, actually. So I can't show anybody yet, but
It's
this
so
weekend,
cool.
yeah.
It's such a huge thing. I love her to death. And so you guys, you can follow him on Instagram. He's at AdamBucci5, and his clothing line is at smalltime_weirdo. So you want to follow him.
Jimmy Star made me an original Flash Gordon Buster Crabbe, the original Flash Gordon, 1935.
Wow.
And that T-shirt has gone up in value tremendously because I've worn it and people have asked me if it's for sale. And I said, no, it's my private collection. And then one guy said to me, I'll give you $800 for it. And I thought, no, Jimmy made it for me because I'm never going to sell it, but $800.
You would totally inspire me though, because I had such a good time as a clothing designer, and I got to do all the fun stuff.
The T-shirt he made is magnificent. I should really have it.
Oh, I'm sure. I want to see all this.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely a work of art.
And one of the people that I've dressed a bunch of times, actually, when we're talking about That's a Wrap, is Serena Vincent.
Oh, she's lovely.
Been a friend of mine for years, and I made a dress that says Las Vegas because she's from Las Vegas, and I made this cool dress that says Las Vegas, and it was in a couple magazines, and she's fabulous. Like
I love working with her. Yeah, I love stabbing.
So
her
the
in the
next picture one. Let's go to the next one. So this is for
God.
Final Destination, the last Final Destination movie, right?
Yeah, so this is the poster from the movie. I had maybe 5 days to a week notice to do this. Usually I at least give myself 2 weeks, and I did not move from the table for a good 40 hours. The thing with denim is it soaks up the colors. So to get these bright neon colors to pop, it's layers and layers of drying and white paint and building the color. So it takes a lot of time. But my friend Jessica, she works in the marketing world, and she was on the team that did all the social assets for the film, and she was going to the premiere, and she wanted a jacket to wear at the premiere. So this was her jacket I made.
All right, next
Wait,
picture.
wait. That jacket's not for sale.
No.
Someone has it now. She bought it. Yeah.
Okay. If somebody wants one just like it,
Yeah, they can hit me up and we'll do it.
how much would it cost to have it made?
This would probably be there's a lot of detail in the skull. If you're in person, you can see it. It took a lot of time, and I pulled my back out doing it. So I would say $1,200 to $1,500 for it.
I think that's fair.
It's totally fair. Next one.
Totally.
Juan. Oh, so this
So
is
this
Brute
is
1976.
Brute coming out. Yeah, it's coming out very soon. And I'm on the poster there. You can kind of see me in there with the nice baggy pants. But yeah, that was a blast to make. Yeah.
All right, so this is Brute 76, you guys, which the trailer just came out for that, right?
Yep. Trailer just.
You can Google it on YouTube, you guys, and see the trailer. All right, next one, Juan.
And this is Garden of Eden. It's coming out June 20th.
20th, yes.
Also Marcel's film.
Also Marcel's film, Garden of Eden, you guys, coming out on the June 20th. It's going to be a lot of fun. And
Now,
we've had
this is on
everybody
a
in it.
jacket?
No, that's just a poster.
poster.
There's all different kinds of pictures in here. All right, next one, Juan. Oh, final. Okay, so now you're getting ready to start your own podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna take some pointers from you guys with how you set up shop. Yeah, my husband and I really want to kind of take our our love of acting and the behind the scenes work of acting and what we do. We produce as well. We have a production company called Molecule Productions, and then also throwing in Small Town Weirdo. We just want to kind of show the creative behind the scenes and talk about our favorite films, but also talk about the process of what we're doing.
Now, who's your husband? I must have met him.
My husband's Adam Huss. He's also Adam. He was recently on General Hospital for a couple years as Nicholas Cassadine. If you watch General Hospital, he's an actor, writer, super talented guy.
That's so funny because on my notes that I took notes and I was like, wow, you did a lot of movies with this guy Adam Huss. And I didn't know who he was. And we've had everybody from General Hospital on. Tristan Rogers lives down the street from us.
Right.
And I used to have what's his name, Stephen. Oh, I forgot the guy he used to play one of the Cassadines. So for many years,
that's Adam. He's a Cassadine, Adam. Yeah.
So we've had a whole bunch of them. So that's fun. All right, next one, Juan.
I don't know if I should say this, but are you going to Marcel's birthday party?
I want to. I have a wedding, so I can't make it.
Would have been
I know.
fun.
I have a wedding the same day, same night.
So you guys, this is a picture of Adam in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the TV show Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
See, now I know you.
Those are my meth head days when every audition I had was for meth head or Jesus.
No, with the mustache. I'm telling you, with the mustache, you look like Hitler or Groucho Marx.
All right, next one, Juan. I think we're going to be running out soon and we'll go to movies. Is that all of them, Juan? It must be. Okay.
The only reason I threw Brooklyn Nine-Nine in there is because that we shot that maybe 5-6 years ago. I don't even know what day it is anymore. And that video is like going viral, and people from high school, everywhere, walks of life are like, is this you? Like, it's still just one of those cold opens from a show that is just hilarious. And people.
Adam, can I say it all in one word or 2 words or 3 words? You are so fucking talented. It's amazing. You are truly an artist. You are an artist of today.
Thank you.
It's not easy painting on fabric. I know. I've tried.
Thank you. No, that means a lot because it's a crazy business. I definitely feel like I'm capable of a lot in a sincere way. I'm saying this, and I just hope I get to spread my wings even more and get
your stuff.
You're gonna blow up. I know because I know how it works. At one point, I was doing. I mean, I had a store though, a physical store. In Florida, but like I was doing a little over $1 million out of it. The same thing will happen to you. The problem with you is like I was a cottage factory. I had like little old ladies sewing for me, and every 2 weeks I would just go pick up everything from all of them and take them new stuff, you know. And then they still only made one of a kind things. But for you, since you're the artist, it just the only problem you have with that is that instead of making more and more of things, you're just going to get more and more expensive. The $1,000 jacket's going to turn into in 5 years it'll be a $5,000 jacket.
Well, that's
like that. And that's the way you will. That's how you'll expand your brand.
Let me tell you something. That jacket at Dolce & Gabbana is $10,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's not
not
an outrageous figure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Dolce & Gabbana, whatever little hand painted shit they have, is worth a fortune. A lot of money.
Thank you. It's very weird. What's that?
I was going to say hi to B. Claudia in the chat room. She's telling everybody she went to your website. She loves the Final Queer black T-shirt. Your website is fabulous. Everybody.
I have a pride line of all the final designs, with rainbow, and I think the queer community and horror, they really intersect, and I'm really leaning into that with my company to kind of celebrate the underdog and the outcast and the survivor of this genre. So Pride is a really great time for me to kind of get out there too with the company.
Adam, talent never goes without being recognized and makes money. You have talent. Some people are full of shit. They photograph things, or they, how they phony around things. They don't have talent. They're just manipulators. You are what is called a soul talent person. You paint with your brains and your heart. You're good. I love your work.
Thank you.
So you guys, Adam is also a very talented actor, you guys. We've seen 3 of his films because we were at the premieres of all 3 of them.
Right. Now I know who you are.
One of them is called Garden of Eden. It's a Marcel Waltz film with Joe Netter and Sarah French. It's coming out June 20th. It's a great film, very unique. Stars Robert Russler, Monique Parent, who's been on the show. Sarah
We
French has
love
been on
Monique.
the show. Sarah Polignac's been on the show. Sarah Nicklin's been on the show. Gigi Gustin's been on the show. Jed Rowan's been on the show. Paul Gunn's been on the show. And Ben Stauber.
Everybody's been on.
It's a
it.
great
Everybody.
you guys are going to really like this film. It's really cool. He also did Brute 1976, which was another Marcel Waltz film, and now they have Brute 1986. I
Yeah,
think.
I'm not in that one.
Which are you in that one? No, you're not in that one. But then I think the first one out of all these was That's a Wrap, right? That came out before all the others, and I
Yeah,
love that rap.
Thank you. And I'll only say this: the only reason I'm in that is because Marcel hit me up because he saw my jackets and wanted a Final Boy jacket in the movie, and I, like I said, so shy about the acting side of me. I'm like, sure, take the jacket, but I'm an actor too. Would love to audition, and he just offered me a role. So that's how I got in. That's a Wrap, and then we loved working with each other, and I got to do the rest there. So they're
So
a
with
great
that,
group.
you guys, Serena Vincent's in it, who I love her to death. Monique Parent, Sarah French, Gigi Gustin, Dave Sheridan's been on the show like a million times. Sarah Polignac, Robert Donovan's been on the show a bunch of times. He works with a great group of people, and this is a really good film. And for anybody who watches the people that come on our show, it's kind of a parody of lots of people that we know in the indie film world, which we don't say who it's a parody of, but if you watch it, you'll kind of get it, and it's a lot of fun.
You know, we have. It's like years ago. Warner Brothers had their family. Metro Golden had their family. Now it's starting to be that way. Marcel has his family. Jimmy has his family. We're all working now in different families, but we consistently keep working in this with the same people. And I like that. I like that a lot because we get to understand each other's techniques.
Yeah, it's been really nice to be a part of a few films in a row with the same
Sarah
group.
French is in a movie I'm in, and she has a good part in that movie too. So I'm looking forward to working with Sarah French.
Oh, good.
So then you have another movie called If It Bleeds, and I bring it up because we've had a lot of these people on our show. Doug Jones, Dee Wallace, Bonnie Aarons is in it, John Kassir, Kirsty Fox, and Gigi Gustin. I don't even know anything about that one. Has that movie actually been released? Because I've never seen it.
No, they actually just wrapped production just last month. I shot it last summer. It's an anthology piece, so it's several different pieces that come together to make a whole story. So I think my piece is the first out of all of them that are going to be in a row. So yeah, I didn't get to work. I know Doug Jones, I know Dee. I didn't get to work with them because they're in a different piece, but we're in the same.
Right.
Doug Sheridan?
No. Dave Sheridan. Doug Jones.
Oh, Doug Jones is great.
We're working
We
with
love
on
him.
soon.
Doug Jones is great. He's a fabulous guy. Really nice fella.
Mm-hmm.
Terrific.
I also
have fun with him.
I also
He's
see
amazing.
Insight with your husband is in Insight with Tony Todd, who actually was a friend of the show. He was on like several times. Sean Patrick Flannery, Keith David, John Savage. You have a really good resume. Of work.
That was years ago, and my husband was casting it. I don't know if that film even saw the light of day, to be honest. But Adam got me an audition to get in there when he booked.
How long are you married?
6 years this summer and 13 years together.
How many together?
13.
13.
That's like us.
That's like us. And I decided I got him pregnant, so I had to marry him.
I think we've been together 13 years too, though. But we got married right away.
Because we didn't want the baby not to have a name.
No, of course.
So what are real quick? Let's just this is a really quick little trailer, you guys. Just since Garden of Eden's coming out on June 20th, just announce it for everybody, and then hang on, we're gonna play it. It's only like a minute long.
Sure.
So people can see it. So Garden of Eden trailer.
Here's the trailer for Garden of Eden. It comes out June 20th.
There you go. I love it. So we don't want to give away any spoilers, you guys.
Nope.
But if you're a guy, you want to hold on to your dick.
He gave it
No,
away.
it's a romantic comedy. It's super light.
He gave
One
it
thing
away.
I like about it is, so I really like Robert Russler. One of my favorite '80s movies is this movie called Thrashin', and it's a skateboard
Okay.
movie, and he plays the leader of the Daggers, and Josh Brolin is the leader of the other guys, and Josh Brolin's best friend was Brooke McCarter from The Lost Boys, who was a good friend of mine, and it's just a fun like '80s like teen flick. And he's been in a lot of Marcel's movies. He does a great job, just like you. You do a great job in all the different movies. And
Marcel is really starting to happen, and I love
yeah,
him.
everything's
He's
just getting
one of
better
our
and better.
closest. He's one of our closest friends. We love and adore him, and of course his lover to Dominic. We love Dominic, but Marcel is a very talented person, and he has chosen to do chop movies because he needs money. He wants to earn a living. You know what I mean? When he did Blind, he did a classic movie. Blind is absolutely, for me, my favorite Marcel Waltz movie. I love it. Sarah was fabulous in it because she didn't act. She was natural. So the whole thing was great.
he likes to tell this story about how. So we went to Blind, and we had seen Sarah in a lot of movies.
I knew Sarah for a long time. All I saw were her tits and her ass. You know, she was tits and it. No, Sarah was. You need tits and ass. Called Sarah French.
God bless.
So
her.
we're driving
there.
in, and I said, "How is she going to hold the movie?" Sarah French is tits and ass, and she's starring in this movie. She doesn't know how to do it. I mean, it's going to be like horrible. What is she going to run around naked with her tits bouncing? That's the movie. Well, 10 minutes into the film, I turned to Jimmy and I said, "Oh my God, she's an actress. Jimmy, she's fabulous." She held that character so beautifully without being hysterical like most of those stupid scream queens. She did it introverted. She held it in and frightened me. It's my favorite horror movie is Blind. I would watch it over and over. And now with Pretty Boy, Part 2, I have to watch it to see what happens to Sarah. And
Yeah.
At the premiere,
I
we were at,
haven't seen Pretty Boy yet. I
I
haven't watched
want to see the third one.
oh, there isn't a third one yet.
No, but the third one's going to be the final one.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So either way, so were you always a horror movie fan?
Yeah, I'd say so. It just accelerated probably like in the last 10 years more so. I always loved it growing up, but now that I have like people in my life that I get to share that with and that love and go to the movies and do these designs and be in horror movies now, like it's so exciting. So yeah.
So what was your as a young person, what was your favorite horror movie?
I mean, it really was Scream, and like I loved Poltergeist. That really affected me growing up. But I would say, yeah, like the '90s horror, Scream. I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's why doing this jacket for Jennifer Love is like pinch me moment. 'Cause it's like one of those movies that, as an actor, I want to be in those movies so badly. Like Scream. If I was in a Scream movie, I'd die a happy man. It's just that would be a dream come true. But to have a piece of something I've done on set with them, like a jacket. It's a close second experience. You know, it's pretty cool.
I agree with you. I would love. So I'm not an actor really. But I'm a producer, and I would love to be on the production team of producing one of those films. I think it would be absolutely
And
fabulous.
coincidental, last night we went to a station, I don't know where the hell it was, 3,000 somebody, whatever. And what movie was on? Night of the Living Dead, which is my favorite film in black and white.
The
And I
original.
watched it again for the 100th time. And I said, "Jimmy, it holds up. It still is making me frightened.
Oh yeah,
It still works." So that's my favorite horror movie.
yeah. Like
Not-
Psycho and Alfred Hitchcock had a huge
Yeah,
influence.
I
Like
saw that. He
the
was
birds,
friends.
like,
Yeah,
you know,
he's
all
friends
those-
with Tippi Hedren,
Yeah,
from the
Tippi and I-
Birds.
Yeah, we're
And-
good
Yeah,
friends.
that was one of those early movies too that like I was just floored by and didn't really understand why I was so captivated. But
What?
now I know why.
The birds frightened you?
It just was. I loved. Yeah, it just was so well done, and there was no music. It was all just bird noises, and it was beautiful. And I mean, obviously, it's a classic for a reason. So
Well, you got to talk person. You know, Tippy and I, as I said, are friends. And when we speak off camera, you would not believe what they put her through in that movie. You would
I mean, I've
never.
heard stories. I can only imagine.
No other actress would have put up with it. She was a newcomer, and she put up with it because she wanted to become an actress. And then, of course, Hitchcock turned around and japped her and ruined her career. So I love Tippi. Tippi's one of the nicest people in the world. She's a hugger and a kisser, and I love her to death.
So here's a question I like to ask people, and we're going to make it like a threefold question for you. So bucket list, male and female. You could work with any actor, living or dead. Who would you like to live? Who would you like to work with and be in a film with? And then the third part of it was if you could dress and have somebody wear your clothes, anybody who's ever been living or dead, who would you like to have, make something
These
for?
are hard.
My
These
God,
are hard questions. To work with, I would say, oh God, I could give you 10 people. I'd say Tom Hanks.
Give me a few. Okay, Tom Hanks. You can give a few.
Tom Hanks. I'll mix up the guys and the girls, like Diane Keaton. I love Diane Keaton.
Why Tom Hanks? Why Tom Hanks?
I just grew up with his movies also, and he seems like such
He's
a
so
genuine,
dull.
nice person.
He's such a dull person.
I just find him so nice.
That's his pick.
No,
Not
I
yours.
know that, but with all the exciting people he could do,
No,
why
I
pick-
mean, if I could go like the horror genre route, and I could go like the
Oh
dramatic
no, you
route
go
with
either.
actors.
Who's a horror actor you would like to work with?
I would love to work with Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Oh, yeah.
Neve Campbell. They're my
Okay,
favorites.
Campbell.
I was
yes.
a Buffy fan growing up too, so I think, Sarah Michelle Gellar saw the jacket I did of her years ago, and she commented on it. I love it. I would love to meet her. Jamie Lee Curtis, I would love to work with her. I mean, just I just want to work in general, so I won't be picky. But
No, but those are great picks, though. I think they're all great picks, and I think everybody's got something. I'm glad you didn't say Meryl Streep.
I mean, hey, if that happens, kill me now.
Oh,
I mean, it would help you. It'd be great for the career. I'm not a huge.
I don't think Meryl will ever do a horror movie.
No, but she could work in a movie. Okay, so, give me like for me, like if I was going to work like with new people, I'm a big fan of Tom Hardy. Like I'd like to do something with Tom.
Yeah. I think Ryan Gosling, he's one of my favorite actors, and like his
You think he's a
career,
good
like
actor? You think
like,
Ryan's a good actor?
I do, and I love I love the movies he does, like between whether it's Barbie or Drive. Like,
Do you think he's gay? Do you think he's gay?
no, but if he is, great.
No, but I think he's a little fruity. My gaydar goes off when I see him.
You know my favorite Ryan Gosling movie though? It's with Michael Pitt. It's called Murder by Numbers. Did you ever see that?
I did, yeah, that's a good one. Yes,
It's a
I
very
love
good
Drive
movie.
personally.
Drive was a good one too. I like Michael Pitt a lot too, though. They're both very talented. I was trying to actually get Michael Pitt for something that I'm like working on, but I don't know if we'll get him
That's
or not.
Pitt's kid.
No, Michael Pitt. You know him. He was in that TV show Boardwalk Empire, which you used to watch a long time ago, which is a good one.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, I don't want to seem like I'm senile or stupid, but I have to clear myself. I have been interviewing for over 30 years. I have interviewed over 4,000 people. I can't remember one because my brain, like tonight, I'll talk to Jimmy. You know what I'll say? The kid that
Who's
we
that?
had. No, I'll say the kid that we had on the show today, the artist. You are the kid artist. Your name will go, I don't know, into the lost room of lost names. I go
Story of
out.
my life.
He'll remember though. No, he won't remember your name, but he will remember what you do.
I really-
He'll remember what you do.
You are the artist. From now, to me, you are the great artist.
I'll take
I
it.
go to functions, I go to red carpets, premiere. People come up to me, they say, Ron, and they hug me. I haven't a clue.
No, I get it. You're seeing so many people all the time.
You're going to get that way very soon
Because,
because you're getting ready to blow the
You
fuck
know,
up.
when you
Oh,
when
thanks.
you've met, the brain can only hold so many name tags. Now, I go to parties years ago. I used to go to parties like where Betty Davis was. Okay, I could remember Betty Davis,
Yeah.
So hi, Betty, how are you? But there were lots of times I would be at parties where they were famous. I was at a party once with Rita Hayworth, and I, for the life of me, couldn't get her name, and I wanted to kill myself. Gilda, I love you, Rita Hayworth. But then it comes to you after a while.
Yeah.
You know who you should dress? In the chat room, they're making some recommendations, but they think that you should be doing stuff with Harry Styles, Billie Eilish, and Benson Boone, which I think Benson Boone would love your
Hey.
shit.
Hey, listen. Tell your fans. It is like pulling teeth trying to get someone to like respond to you. That's why when they do, like Jennifer Love Hewitt has been amazing. It's amazing to be able to have that connection and make it happen. I'm not an influencer. I'm competing with influencers in the social world to get to, like, as an artist, I would love to do more marketing campaigns like I did for Halloween and The Strangers. And I would love to get on Know What You Did Last Summer. So Sony, if you're listening, bring me on. I feel like I have what it takes to get in there, but I'm being drowned out by like influencers, which are great. You know,
But a lot of the influencers don't even really have any talent. Like you actually have talent.
I will say it's very hard, you know, doing all those videos and being on all the time, like being a host of things. It's a hard job, but it's hard to cut through that and get noticed. So if the best thing people can do is if they see something they like of mine, repost it, tag whoever they want to tag, be like, you should wear his stuff. That's like the magic of Instagram. And that's how
I will do that because I have a big following on Instagram. Are you on TikTok?
You know, I am, and I'm trying to like get used to it more. It's one of those I'm not like active on as much, but now that I'm doing a lot of these progress videos of me painting, I'm trying to post those on there too to see what kind of.
Definitely do that because for me, TikTok, I have the smallest following on TikTok and I have the biggest interaction on TikTok. Like I just posted a video yesterday for a movie I'm working on, and it's just a poster, and I made the poster come to life in AI, and I got 200,000 views on it in 24 hours. Wow. So TikTok is definitely the place to like go. It's just better. And then
I got to get better with it.
Together, but I'll read if you have something too that's really important that you put up. Just send me a DM with it, and I'll redo it.
Oh,
I don't
thank you.
see everything, but I'll send anything out because any way I can help. Because I think that you're a real talented guy, and
thank you.
And
very
I
much.
think you're a great actor too. I mean, we've seen 3 of your
Well,
movies.
let's put it this: you're a triple threat. So you're going to hit it one of the ways. One of the ways are going to hit big.
Thank you. My mom's gonna be very glad you said that. She's gonna watch this.
Others do the same thing, right? She's
She
smart.
says, I talk to my mom every day, and she tells me this every day. And I'm like, Ma, please.
No, you're a triple
Actually,
threat.
I'm gonna and I'll put you now. Once we put people on the list, I have a big list because people come to me all the time looking for actors because they know that I get a lot of actors on this show. We get a lot of actors on the show, and I can get to them without having to go to an agent because I have their contact information, you know, for movie roles and stuff like that. And I have 8 films in development, 4 that are already funded.
Oh wow!
So I think that
And
Keep me in the loop. I'm so grateful.
I will definitely keep you in the loop. I'm going to put you on the list
I sleep
as soon
with
as the show's over.
I sleep with the producer.
He's a really good
Hey,
actor.
you got to do what you got to do.
No, he's a really good actor.
I get part. Well, I'm in the business 64 years. I've been acting, but I sleep with the producer now in my old age, and that's how I get parts.
Hey, you're smart.
I have some stuff that I think you might
I
work
sleep
for,
with
though,
the
so.
producer.
And I have a really good like Hallmarky kind of movie that we're going to be shooting, I think in November, and
Amazing.
it's got a lot of roles in it. But like that would be kind of like a good because you're actually a really good looking guy too. Besides being talented,
Oh, that
you're really good
mustache!
looking.
It's that mustache.
Without the mustache, you're really good.
Oh,
You think this is a mustache? I have to really ask. This is just.
It just
He says,
changes.
buzz.
that's just his morning buzz. His morning
That's
buzz.
just
But you know
buzz.
what, Adam? It changes your whole face. I
Well,
had
listen.
no idea who you were.
I'll send you a picture later. I just did a film where I had to have, like in Garden of Eden, I had like a handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's for a movie, it's okay.
No, it's fun to transform. And Adam hates my stash, my husband. So
The
he's going
whole
to be very glad
face,
you're
the
saying that.
hair, the
Yeah,
short,
that's funny.
the short hair and the mustache changed everything. It's amazing. You could rob a bank.
Actually,
And
Hey, I
get
might
away-
have to because times are tough.
hey, you know
And
what though?
get away with
When
it.
you launch your podcast with your husband, we'll do another show to help promote the podcast where both of you come on together.
Yes, and would love to have you on if you're ever interested.
Because that would be fun. Like I think it would just be a lot of fun. And to meet your husband, we might have met. Has he been in any of your premieres? We might have met him.
You probably met him and you know might
No.
recognize him when you see him. He's definitely been around in great
Oh, I
films.
met him.
Oh, I've seen him in movies.
No,
Definitely seen
I
some of his
remember
movies.
him. He's the one that tongue kissed me in the lobby.
Oh, that's who it was. I caught it. Okay.
I like love it.
No, but seriously, I'm sorry you're not going to be at Marcel's.
I know. If
It would
anything
have been
changes,
fun to rehash the show.
Have fun at the wedding. Thanks for coming on. Really, tag
Thank
me
you for
or
having
just send me DMs. You don't have to tag me. Just send me DMs of stuff that you want to go back out again, and I can
Thank
get
you.
a bunch of people to help. Resend stuff out because there's people in the chat room I know that will follow you because they love the stuff that you're doing.
thank you.
And,
And no pressure ever. If you're like, stop sending me stuff. Tell
no,
me.
don't worry about it. Just
Stop
send
what?
it away because I do it for a lot of people. It's just fun. Everybody helps everybody and
Yeah.
everybody can be successful.
Thank you.
All right, Adam. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
Adam, I'm glad I know you.
I'm glad I know you guys. This means a lot. Thank you.
All right,
And I'll
Thank
see you
for,
at the next
thanks for giving
one.
Marlon Brando some love.
There you go. And we'll see you soon. Good luck with everything. Congratulations. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye,
Bye, guys.
Adam. See you at the next function. Woo.
He's a great guy, you guys.
Very
That's
nice.
not like the coolest
Nice
thing
guy
ever.
with a talent. Well, what a talent. Can he paint?
So you guys, we're going to take
Sure.
a quick music break. We're going to play Jasmine Cara. The name of the song is Gravity. And as soon as we get done with that, we're going to be on with our next guest, Kayla Kelly. Take it away, Juan.
And my body is underneath the sea. I can breathe if you're not with me. Like rain, it's gotta fall so the roses grow again. And the fire ain't a fire without flame. I am drawn to you, yeah. We're falling in, we're falling out, but we gravity, eh. We're rising up, we're going down, but we gravity, eh. Can't live without, I can't live without your love. We're falling in, we're falling out, but we gravity, eh. But we gravity, shade couldn't hide anywhere without the light. And the stars, they need their darkness to survive. And I need you. We're falling in, we're falling out, but we gravity, eh. We're rising up, we're going down, but we gravity, eh. Can't live without, I can't live without your love. We're falling in, we're falling out, but we gravity, eh. But we gravity, I'll never let you fall down into the dark. If you blow away, I'll pull you back to the ground. Won't never let you down. Won't never let you down. 'Cause we we're falling in, we're falling out, but we gravity, eh.
Tack för att du tittar. Här kan du se nästa låt. Och glöm inte att prenumerera för att inte missa något från året.
Hey, everybody. So that's Jasmine Cara. She's going to be headlining Phoenix Rising Celebrates Pride at Chelsea Table and Stage on June 25th. We had the Phoenix 360 guy on a couple of weeks ago, and that's his event. Eileen and I are doing the publicity for it, and Jasmine Cara was actually a guest on our show a year or two ago. And I believe now she's in the United States living. So check it out, and you can go to Chelsea Table and Stage and find it. It's called Phoenix Rising Celebrates Pride. Now we want to bring on our next guest, Kayla Kelly.
Hi guys,
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Look, you even have like a background, like a real background, I guess for auditions or something. You have that. Very good for you. All right, now that I know you're here, so let's do a proper introduction. Now, you guys, we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, actress Kayla Kelly. Hello and welcome to the show.
I
Thank you,
think you
guys.
have a very pretty name. I like that name. Kayla, how do you say?
Kayla Kelly.
Kayla Kelly.
Kayla.
Kayla Kelly. Tongue
Okay.
twister, but good. People will remember it.
I love it. So it's very nice to meet you, you guys. And if you guys
Very
want to
nice
follow Kayla on Instagram, it's Kayla Kelly Official is her Instagram. And we have a lot of friends in common, actually, you and I. Besides Matt Chasen, who's like one of the coolest guys in Hollywood, who doesn't even live in Hollywood. He's one of the coolest guys ever. Sorry, this is our dog Astro,
Who just got
Aw.
punctured.
who he had like a little thing on him. So anyway, so welcome to the show. We're happy to have you. So you're an actress. Do you also produce and write and other things, or you primarily do just acting? Because I noticed on your IMDb, like in the last couple of years, you're taking off like big time.
Thank you. I've always kind of enjoyed writing ever since I was a kid. And so, during the time when not a lot of production was happening during the pandemic, I decided why not start writing some screenplays. So I have been writing some screenplays. I haven't produced any of the features that I've written. I do want to. But we have made a couple of my shorts into films. So
Good
I've
for
got one of
you.
those.
You have an interesting story, and I'm pretty sure I'm not messing it up, but I think I read basically like you kind of like were very interested in acting, and then you had a child when you were young, and you had to quit. So you raised your child. Now they're older, and now you started acting again.
Wait. She raised her child?
Yes, I know. She looks like she's 20, but
You look 20 years old. You raise a child. What did she raise? A banana?
Thank you. Well, good lighting does a lot. So
You raised, I can't get over the raised. How old is that raised child now?
she is turning 24 in August and getting married in
Oh, I'm
August.
Get off my show. I can't go any further. The woman's a
like
liar.
you
She's
totally
a-
look like you
Do
can play
not-
25.
Do not believe anything she says. She's a first woman
Thank you.
and she's a liar. Get out of here. You have a
My ID
24
says
year-
otherwise.
I'm not lying. I'm not blowing smoke up your butt either. You have a 24-year-old son? Holy shit.
My daughter's turning 24 in August. My son's turning 18 next month.
Jesus.
And I have
And where
two-
do you?
I
and
have
where do
3
you actually
stepchildren as
live?
well.
Oh, good for you.
Either you're very
I have 2 stepchildren because he has 2 daughters. so
either
they're
you're
my
very
stepchildren.
lucky with genes or you're full of plastic surgery.
I can't say that I've gone the Jenner route.
There you go. Good for you.
You look like
So wait,
you remind me of my friend, an old-time actress, Terry Moore. You don't know who Terry Moore is, but she was an actress in the 1950s. She's still alive. She's almost 100. And
she was married to Hugh Hefner.
yeah, she was married to Hugh Hefner. But it's amazing how you look like her. So maybe you're, and she looks
I'll have
wonderful.
to look her
from
up.
100. So I think you might be related somewhere in
So-
the gene
Never know.
pool.
So
I'll have
where
to
do
check
you?
23andMe.
Well, yeah. Where do you actually live? Do you live in
I'm
Detroit?
located
or-
in Upper Michigan.
Okay, because I noticed that you're in a lot of Harley Wallen movies. He's a good friend of ours. He's been on our show 1,000 times. We go to all his premieres, and you've been in several of them. And all the people that are in those movies are all really good friends of ours. And so you've been
What's he
in several. Of
doing?
them.
I haven't heard from him.
He just had a premiere here like 2 weeks ago.
Where?
Here
Where
in
in-
LA.
Where?
He's actually
in the-
casting. They're casting another film right now in Detroit. So
I thought maybe you
they're
lived
always
near
busy.
there. I thought maybe you live near there just because you're in
Jimmy
them.
and I
No.
are
I'm
have
8
moved
hours
there.
north of Detroit, so I'm
Okay, so
way
it's quite a
up.
drive to go there. Okay,
Jimmy and I had knee surgery. That's why we're not
we haven't been.
at anything. You know, we can't
I had
walk.
knee surgery in February, and he had it in May, and then I had to have mine done again in May.
So we haven't.
So we haven't left the house to go anywhere since February,
And I'm
which
gonna
is
kill-
unusual
Oh my
because
gosh.
we used to go to LA for a premiere every week, so it's very unusual for
And
us.
so I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, by the way, say hi to the chat room. They're all talking about how gorgeous you are. So say hi to the chat room.
Hi, chat room. Hi,
So
guys.
let's talk about some of these things that you've done. First of all, you've done a lot of horror movies, and you've also done Christmas movies. So you're not
Locked in.
pigeonholed, which is very good to not be pigeonholed. That
Right.
means you can act and you can do anything. Were you a horror movie fan before you started being in horror movies?
Yes. I am more of a fan of thrillers versus like slasher film type horror movies. Stephen
too.
King is one of my favorite writers of all time.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
good.
and I've actually gotten the chance to work on a Dollar Baby film that I won some awards for. So, and that was based off of the Stephen King short story, The Last Rung on the Ladder. So,
Oh, good for
and
you.
yeah. So that was kind of a cool moment in my career, getting to like portray a character written by Stephen King and adapted by Max Blaska. So that was pretty cool. I would have to say. Horror, yeah, like the Final Destination films, the ones that are not like super slasher.
Did you see the
I
new
do
one?
like some slasher movies too, but
Did you-
no, I
did
have
you
not
see-
yet.
I haven't seen it yet
I-
either.
I
but I
cannot
wanna-
wait to watch it. It's on my
I
to-do list.
don't
My
like
husband doesn't
slasher.
like horror movies, so I have to watch it without him. But my
Same
kids love
thing.
them.
He doesn't like them
I
either, so I
don't
watch
like.
them
I
without him.
think slasher movies stink because there's no story. It's just slash. That's the movie is a slash.
Even though he's in a bunch of them.
No. You're wrong. I'm not in any slasher movie.
Sure you are. Clown Motel is considered a slasher movie.
No, Clown Motel.
Uh,
I don't get
Clown
slashed.
Fear. You don't get slashed, but it's a slasher movie. He doesn't ever get slashed, but he is in
I won't.
slasher
I won't
movies.
accept a script where they slash.
Him. He
Yeah.
won't get killed.
Because at my age, it's not dignified to be slashed.
He's 85.
Thank you, my
Wow.
press agent.
He just had his
Don't-
birthday
you look
last week on
great.
the show.
Thank you.
So you've done some really cool films, and I like the fact that you've split it all up and done different things. I saw because I watched the trailer for a movie, Smile Maker, and I bring it up because it's written by Mikey Tiffany. Jeremy London's been on our show. James Stokes has been on our show. Kelsey's been on the show. Nia Dune is a friend, and Gerald Pyro Johnson's a friend. So like we know everybody in it, and when I first saw it, I thought, oh my God, is this going to be like a take on Smile? Are they like copying it? But it's actually very different than Smile. From the trailer, at least, it's very different. But how was it working on that? Did you enjoy it?
Well, that was a very interesting plot, I guess you could say. Yes. I guess maybe you'll be disappointed there, Ron, because it is there's a lot of killing in that one too. So, but
He just doesn't want to be the
you'll
one
have to
getting
see the
killed.
film to see what happens to my character. So,
But you guys can watch it. You guys can see the trailer if you go into YouTube. It's actually there. You did another movie, Dormant Evil, which I actually pulled the trailer from. And the only reason I pulled the trailer from because last year we had Caitlin Newberry on the show, and the show got millions of plays. People loved her, and she's really beautiful and she's really cool. We met her at Halloween Hotness. We met her at a red carpet event, benefit in LA. In Hollywood.
Madame Tussauds.
And so tell us a little bit about Dormant Evil, because I actually have a trailer for it I thought we could play since it's really short.
yeah. So in Dormant Evil, it's kind of like these people are at the beginning of the story, and I'm not going to give away the whole story, but beginning of the story, they find out that there was possibly a serial killer in the home that they're in, and they kind of do they kind of find out there's some really dark stuff there. And the cool part is it has elements of now and it has elements of the past, and you get to see the serial killer, and I think they coin it as the original like Jeffrey Dahmer, like serial killer.
Is this Rollins?
They
Is
compare
this
him
a
to all the
Rollins?
like well-known serial killers of the day. Jeremiah Godslight is the character, his name, and I get to play his love interest in the story. And I
So
think
you're
he's
the love interest of the
a really
crazy
great
killer.
Yeah, and I kind of discover that and take off before bad things happen. But there's
Well, that's
a
good.
lot of really bad things that
You'll
happen
be
in the
happy
story.
to
I think
hear.
it's great.
You'll be happy to hear that all of us in the industry now, when we talk, off camera. We talk about scripts. We would like horror movies to have scripts, stories, acting, not just slash, kill, yell.
Right.
And that's
right.
where it's going. It's going that direction because a few of our friends that are producers have made films that are really films for once.
A beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah, so I'm happy to say that you and I will be very happy actors because we'll be selected for these films because obviously we can act. We just don't scream.
I love it. So here's what I want you to do, Kayla. You just say your name and say, this is the trailer for Dormant Evil, and then you hang on. We're just going to play it real quick, and then we'll come right back.
I'm Kayla Kelly, and this is the trailer for Dormant Evil.
That was good.
There's a legend about this house. The original owner was Jeremiah Godslade.
Jeremiah Godslade.
He tried to kill me.
This is a fine community. I intend to do whatever to help keep it that way.
He started thinking that some of the local townspeople were witches.
All the locals have vanished.
Disappearances. 7 women were slain.
How gruesome.
Nobody really knows what happened to him.
Those who defy the Lord shall be purged from this earth.
Why are you doing this?
You are ill.
The Lord's work must be executed.
Finish what you started.
Yes, Mother.
What a cute little town. I mean, that looks really good.
Yes. Hastings,
and what
Michigan.
A cute little town. Hastings, Michigan. Like, what a great place. Like, I don't know how they found that, but what a cute little town to find a place that you could shoot the whole movie in like that and make it look like a period piece.
Yeah, that was really cool. I didn't know it existed. So me being from Upper Michigan, I guess people know that there's 2 peninsulas to Michigan, and that they're not really connected. They're connected by the Mackinac Bridge. But Michigan's a pretty big state, and not a lot of people realize how big it is. And there's a lot of areas in the Lower Peninsula that I've never visited. So that was really cool to find. It was just kind of like a historical museum type thing that you could walk through. It was like a state park type thing. And it was, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but really, really cool.
One thing I didn't like about it, too much. They're chopping the trailers. Let us see it. I wanted to see more of what I was looking at, and I don't know what I've seen because it was all.
Oh, see, that's a young thing. That's a young person thing.
I know, but it's not.
It looks really good.
It's not theatrical, and it's not professional.
Is Angela Bradford in that movie?
I don't think so, but I know that.
The girl looks like her. The girl with the red hair in there. That looked like her.
Oh yes, that could have been. I didn't have any scenes with that person, so.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure.
Trailer,
I didn't see it on IMDb though, so maybe not. So that part I'm not sure about, but you've also done a lot of films with I guess because they're Harleys with Lorraine Landon and Jan Birch. Did you get to meet them when you worked on those films?
Not that time, not for that film. No, but I know they do work together a lot, and I know Jan is involved in Harley's.
Jan is wonderful.
Yeah, Jan and his wife are wonderful, and so's Lorraine. She's one of our closest friends.
Lorraine Landon is a movie star, and Jan is the most beautiful man forever. From 20 till now, he just gets more beautiful with age, and he's a wonderful actor. And Lorraine is a wonderful actress. They're two of our closest and best friends.
I want to do like a 6 degrees of separation. So of the movies that I wrote down, excuse me, of the people that you've been in movies with, this is our 6 degrees of separation of people that have actually been on the show. We have Lorraine Landon, Jan Birch, Katie Wallen, Harley Wallen, Michael.
Wait, hold it. How's Katie?
Katie's awesome. She's a real
I
sweetheart.
haven't seen anything on Facebook. She used to come on Facebook, but now she doesn't. Is she okay?
No, she just doesn't. You just don't see. Yeah, they just did a big.
I think she's been promoting some of the stuff like with that the one that just came out. Finding Nicole. I saw her promoting Finding Nicole recently.
You know, Facebook is weird. If you don't like somebody's stuff all the time, then it
just
stops
doesn't show
showing
you.
up.
It's the algorithm. I
But
deal
hang
with
on.
that with TikTok all the time.
So Scout Taylor Compton, Michael Welch has been on our show. Larry Thomas has been on the show. James Stokes, Kelsey, all those people. Caitlin Newberry, like of all the movies, and you've done a lot of movies. Like in the last 5 during COVID, you were working a lot. You've done a lot of movies. So do you have a preference of the kind of movie that you do?
I really do. Comedy has always been my favorite genre. If I'm ever looking for something, like I'm not that I'm bored, but if I'm looking for like a comfort film, I'm more than likely going to put on something I've seen, like an 80s rom-com at 16 Candles, like just something like that. But my favorite genre is comedy. I love physical humor, dry humor, slapstick. I love all of those things. And so like on my TikTok channel, I create like a lot of character type videos, and I love to do sketch. So I've done, I went to a second city in Chicago a couple of years back and did some studying there, and comedy is my number one. And I write comedy too. So
you write comedy also. Hang on, what is your TikTok channel?
The feature I'm currently working on writing is a comedy, adventure comedy, and it takes place partially in Chicago and partially in Upper Michigan. So it's gonna be so funny. I might be biased, but I've been asking people along the way what they think of the scenes as I'm writing them. So I'm having some great feedback.
What is your TikTok channel? Oh, here, it must be this one. Just Kayla Kelly?
Kayla Kelly Official is pretty much everything to make things simple.
Oh, Kayla Kelly Official. So there's another Kayla Kelly who looks kind of like you.
We have to have her removed.
Okay. Kayla Kelly Official. I love TikTok. I'm on it a lot, and okay, I'm following you now. Oh wow, you have a lot of followers. You're huge on TikTok. I only have like 40,000 followers on mine. You have almost 300,000. Good for you. So now I'm following you, and I can help promote. I thought I was doing good. I've only been on it about 7 months, but I just had the videos I put up yesterday. I got put up 2 of them, and they each got almost 200,000 views.
Now, what is the purpose
that's
of
awesome.
What is the purpose of
TikTok?
TikTok? To promote yourself.
I think there's a lot of purposes to TikTok. I don't think there's just one. I think I really do use each platform a little differently. Like Facebook, I kind of gear a little bit more towards my friends and family. And then I have my Facebook page, which is just strictly like acting related business type stuff to promote myself. I have my website, which is KaylaKellyOfficial.com.
There you go, you guys.
I make it simple so everybody can find me. And then imdb.me/Kayla Kelly. But I use Instagram. I don't use as much. I don't know. I guess I'm just like I'm older than the Instagram crowd. Maybe I don't know. TikTok though. TikTok I think kind of relates or can go like any. I think it was started to replace Musical.ly, which was an app in the early like 2020, 2019, 2018, somewhere in there that people were using to make just goofy videos with music. Really, that's all it really was. And then it evolved into TikTok. And during that pandemic time when everything was like everybody's stuck in their homes with nothing to do, people would use it for making dance videos, making comedy videos, talking about their just life experiences. And then it really unfortunately. Now it's pretty much a lot of like, buy this from me, buy that from me stuff. You know what I
I
mean?
don't
But
do
this-
any of
I
those.
think
Well, I'm not.
ads,
I'm not
just
big enough to do
constant
that.
ads.
You're big enough. You're big enough to probably be able to get like those people to let you do that. But I don't actually do that. But I average about 5,000 plays on a video and about somewhere between 200 and 500 likes. And for me, that's pretty good, consider all things considering. But I like it a lot because my interaction is really good, and I only have 40-something thousand followers, and I'm going to hit 600,000 likes probably in the next week or two. Because likes are the big thing, but you got millions of likes, which means views aren't as big a thing as the likes on TikTok. The likes are what you need to get, and you're like killing it. So like I love that.
It's a competition. It has nothing to do with the industry.
Yeah, but that's how people find out about
Yeah,
you.
I know, but listen, Joan Crawford and Betty Davis didn't need TikTok, okay? We have a thing called PR system. It's your work. I want to be known for my work, not for my private life and how many cans of soup I eat a week. I think this is all bullshit. This is Snoopy people who have no life, and they want to go find out how many times you take a piss a week.
But people don't post that stuff anymore.
I know
That's
that.
how it was.
I'm not a party to any of it.
But nowadays, unfortunately, and I'm not saying I agree with it, but unfortunately nowadays, when you even
Listen,
in the movie,
Jimmy.
wait, let me finish my statement. When you get cast in something, that's the first thing they look at is your social media, and your social media is huge. Will help
If
you a lot.
if you're a nobody,
No.
but if you're an Angelina Jolie, they do not look at her number.
So there's 10 people. They don't have to look at the number.
No, it's your work. It's your work. If they need you listen, here's my experience in 65 years in the business. If you have a scar like this across your face and your teeth are missing and they need a person for that part, you got it because you have the scar and the teeth missing. But if you're beautiful like her, you don't have the part. So it's that simple. This bullshit with the number. Oh, I hate when you do that number crap. She's number 2. She's number 1. Who the hell is she? I never heard of her. We watched a series called Sirens. I have never seen the lead girl, and she's number 2 on some friggin' thing.
She's number 1. They're number 1. The 2 stars of it are number 1 and 2 on
I
IMDb.
never saw them before. So this media bullshit and this kind of PR stuff stinks. I am coming up in a movie where I'm the featured player. I star in it. I play a gay vampire who has a daughter who I'm teaching to be a vampire, and little by little I let her know I'm gay. Now it sounds stupid, but the script is wonderful. It's an intelligent script. It has so much to say, and the shocking part is what I become. I look so forward to that piece of work because I know when people see that piece of work, they're going to look at me differently. You know that. It's showcasing yourself as an actor, called
Of
actor.
course. That's always been the goal.
I like to showcase myself as an actor.
And she has
and you do too.
all kinds of reels. So I actually downloaded because I saw you just posted it someplace. It showed up your dramatic reel, and I actually gave it to the guy so we could play it if it's okay. I don't know if you want to share it, but like since millions of people watch the show, you could actually get a lot of work from it if you're okay with us showing it to people.
Absolutely.
So why don't you actually introduce the reel for us? It's not that long, and then we'll come back and talk about it after we've actually played it.
I'm Kayla Kelly, and this is my dramatic reel.
You should be.
I reached out for 2 years to the one person that I knew or thought would help me. But do you know what I got? Do you know what I got in return? Not a fucking word. We have seen the specialists already. Listen, I'm losing my fucking mind here. I'll get him in for another appointment.
Hello.
Oh my god! Come on, don't leave me. Don't leave me. I understand.
And I enjoyed whatever this was. A fling, a mistake, whatever.
I knew what I was doing. And it wasn't a mistake.
So why don't you just call the cops?
Because I can't.
Well, if you're not going to, maybe I have to.
Hey, no. Don't call the cop. I can't lose my family.
You gave a shit about them. You know what? Now it's my turn. Leave me the fuck alone and don't follow me.
I'm not!
You know, it's getting kind of close to bedtime, honey. I really don't want you to have bad dreams.
I won't have bad dreams. I promise.
Okay. Go and get ready for bed and I'll be down in a little bit.
I don't see God in here holding a gun.
We don't have to do this! No, please, I need help! Please.
I mean, he never hit me. But he had no problem laying into Johnny.
I didn't know.
Of course you didn't. You'd have to be there to see the bruises.
Can you get him? Hang on.
We all just want to help you and we're worried about you.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So you all can talk about me behind my back.
Stop! Stop! How is this fair to me? It's been 2 months. We're supposed to be a team. And I can't even talk to you without you blowing up at me.
I made a mistake. I came back to beg you for forgiveness. Had you spoken to anyone else in your family before you went back out?
No.
Chuck, it's time to cut the shit. I can't do anything to help either of you if you continue with this lie.
What the fuck happened to you?
When are you gonna tell Stephanie?
When am I going to tell Stephanie what?
Well, you could try the truth for once. I mean, it is still Christmas. Still hope for a Christmas miracle.
Fantastic. You look great. I love that Lynn Lowry's in your reel, which is a lot of fun. And you look different in every one of them,
Yeah.
with your hair different, colors different, everything, and every one of them is believable, especially the one at the end with the black guy where you're like sitting there and you're all like beat to shit. But it was good for you. Congratulations. I love it.
Thank you.
I agree.
I think that's terrific. And then I know you also, if you Google her, or are your reels on your website?
Yes. Yep, they're
You
all
guys-
on there. My comedy reel is super fun.
On YouTube, I think. If I would have known you like comedy, I would have brought that one on too. But we'll have you back another time when you have something new coming out, and then we'll play that one. But you guys check out all her reels. She's a great actress. She'd be great in any production that anybody's like working on, and she's beautiful, and she can play 25.
Right, exactly. She's
With the right lighting. No.
Right lighting.
You don't even need the right.
So here's a question I like to ask all the actors and actresses. Bucket list, male and female. If you could work with anybody who's ever been made a movie, any male or female, living or dead, who would you like to work with? And then the second part of the question is, if you could have ever been in any movie that's ever been made, what movie would you like to have been in?
Oh my gosh.
And you can give me a few people if you want to give me a few people for your bucket list. It's okay.
Okay. Well, boy, it put me on the spot to think of this because I would maybe choose different people for drama versus comedy. But since comedy is my favorite, I would say if I could pick a show that I could be on right now, maybe I really love Poker Face. It's with Natasha Lyonne.
Yes. Natasha, yes.
I just love that show.
Poker Face.
I love her. I've always thought she was an interesting character actor. I love her gravelly voice and her, she's just very, you hear it, you know it's her before you even see her. It's just, I love her. And
nobody's ever picked her, but so Natasha Lyonne, you won't know Poker Face, which is a really good show, but you would know her because she was one of the stars of Orange is the New Black.
Yes.
You have to watch that, and we love that show. We had a bunch of
she was
people.
amazing in that too.
Yes.
I think she's just, I mean, I don't know. It's a great show. There's so many great shows right now. White Lotus is a good one. We're watching, I love so many comedies, and there's just I just watched the 4 seasons with Steve Carell.
Was
that
that
was really
good?
good.
We didn't watch that. Was it good?
I liked it. I know they're making another season right now too. If I could be on I would pick maybe Fargo. I think Fargo would be a great show for me to be on because
That's a good
I'm
one.
from the upper Midwest, and while you may not be able to hear it right now, the local, and this is on my TikTok, so nothing unusual if there's followers of mine that are watching this, but I like to talk about what it's like to live in the upper Midwest. We are a little different than maybe some of the regular Midwestern people. And so people from my area, well, we kind of talk like this there, bud. Basically, you just make sure you take beer to deer camp there and make sure your shotgun's loaded there. So don't forget to
How did
bag
you
your
learn
groceries.
not to talk? How did you learn not to talk like that?
Well, here's the thing. I used to think, because, there were kids in my class, I'd always think, oh, that kid's got a really thick accent. I think that's so cool. So then my accent was probably becoming thicker than it naturally was just because I was hearing kids in my class like that when I was younger. And then as I got older and I started doing like musical theater in school and thinking I might want to become an actor as a teen, I realized, and I also was, funny story, I'll make it quick, but I was at basic training at 17 years old for the Michigan National Guard. And when I was taking the bus from the airport to the reception battalion in Lawton, Oklahoma, there were some young men on the bus who were like asking everybody, like, where are you from? And they asked me where I was from, and I said Michigan, and they said, oh my gosh, say boots. So I said it, and I was like, you think I sound funny? You just said boots. You sound funny. What are you talking about? And that became my nickname for the next like 3 months during basic training because of my accent, apparently. And that's when I realized, okay, this is it's not embarrassing that I'm from here and that we have accents, but if I want to try to like sound like I can be from anywhere, or at least anywhere in the Midwest, I'm gonna have to try to tone that down a little. So I've kind of worked on it my whole life, trying to suppress it. And then, when you're sitting around a campfire having beers there, well, it just comes out naturally there, bud.
But it's so funny because Fargo would be terrific, because that was to me what made Fargo the movie. I didn't see the TV series, but
William
the movie,
Macy.
and Frances McDormand, like the way she talked, the way they talked in it made the whole movie. That was the whole thing. And he's from New York, and people always say he's from New York, and now people hire him because of his Brooklyn accent.
Oh, really?
Right. Shameless. I loved Shameless so much. I try to just get on the background. Like, please, it was during COVID when they were getting ready to wrap up the show. And I'm like, please, somebody just let me be in the background so I can like witness this. I don't even care if I don't get any lines. I just want to be able to like be on this set because I just loved the show so much, just like as a super fan of the show. And, they weren't hiring anybody that wasn't directly from Chicago at the time because of COVID and the whole like germs and whatever. I don't know how you're going to have worse germs if you're from Upper Michigan versus Chicago. Like, if you have it, you have it. But that's just how they were kind of doing it back then. And so I didn't make it onto the background of Shameless or anything like that, but I wanted to. I've been on Chicago PD with like a non-speaking role, but my big goal is, I've done 37 films, indie films. I've worked with some really great people. I've worked with some people I wouldn't work with again. It's kind of the experience of working in indie film. Some are great, most are great, really. And then
we know that too. We know that.
You learn your lesson.
We actually had Laura Wiggins.
Definitely my next goal would be to,
I was going to say we had Laura Wiggins, who was on about Laura
Wiggins,
and she was on about 50 episodes of Shameless at the beginning, and we had her on, and then she was in. I don't know if you ever saw our favorite like show of like the last many year TV show that was only lasted 2 seasons was, what was that show?
Oh,
with Michelle Dockery. Michelle Dockery from
Abington.
Downton Abbey was in this show called, I forgot, but it was like she was a hooker, prostitute, thief. She did everything like wonderful, and she's like one of the greatest actresses. Now I can't think of it. True, what was it called? True. Oh shoot, I have to look it up. Talk for a second. Hang on.
I can't think
Anyway,
of
it was the
either.
greatest thing. It was the greatest show ever. You definitely want to watch it just for all the way she changes characters all the time.
And she's starring right now in the Airplane movie. What's it called?
Oh yeah, with Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson. It came out like 6 months ago. That's why.
Yeah, Mel
Oh,
Gibson
That's
directed
awesome.
it. And she is the most brilliant.
Oh, and it had Mark
actress.
Wahlberg in it, didn't it?
Mark
Yeah,
Wahlberg. And she is absolutely the greatest actress of our day.
Oh, it's called Flight Risk is the name of the movie we saw her in. But if you want to see a really good show, just to see a way somebody can change like total personality in everything that they do, the name of the show was where is that shit? It's on because it's on Max right now. You can see the 2 seasons of it. But
We watched it twice. It was
Good
so-
Behavior.
Good Behavior.
We watched the whole season
Okay,
twice.
I've seen that on there. I mean, I haven't watched it, but I've seen it
She is
advertised.
she's a prostitute, drug addict, kleptomaniac, everything that's bad about a human being.
Sounds
And
like
yet
fun.
you love her. You love the character.
You love her.
You love her.
She's fabulous.
That's how good of an actress she is. She turned a negative into a wonderful positive, and it's a brilliantly written.
Oh wait. We have 2 minutes. Give me a guy and a girl actor you'd like to work with.
Dwayne Johnson, I suppose,
Oh,
for one.
oh,
I
wow.
wouldn't say that is my favorite act, like the best actor I've ever seen on television, but I think his personality looks like he would be so much fun to work with.
He's
as
really
well.
nice.
And for a girl, I guess Kristen Wiig or somebody, someone from
Love
Saturday Night
Kristen
Live,
Wiig.
probably.
That would be fabulous. Did you like that movie with the wedding? What's that meant? The movie about the wedding? Oh, that everybody from Saturday Night.
Bridesmaids?
Yeah, Bridesmaids.
Yeah,
That was like a great
love
movie.
that. I love that film.
I could see you in that. Actually, I bring that up because after you mentioned that, I could see you being in a film like that.
I like
I love-
feel-good movies.
Or I'd love to work with Tina Fey. I just think she's
Oh, yeah,
brilliant.
she's
She's a brilliant
genius.
writer, brilliant actress.
I love it. So this is Kayla Kelly. You can follow her on Instagram. She doesn't go on it that much. Follow her TikTok. It's Kayla Kelly Official. Her website is KaylaKellyOfficial.com.
Yes.
Is that right? Oh, I didn't write that down. KaylaKellyOfficial.com. You guys check it out. She's available for hire on great projects. We also want to thank Matt Chasen, who's really, to me, one of the greatest guys in Hollywood.
Thank you, Matt.
Really stand-up guy. So thank you so much, Matt. Good luck with everything in your career. Congratulations on all your success. We only wish you the best, and thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for giving
Thanks
us
so
a
much,
good
guys.
show.
Thanks for having me. Have a great
Bye,
day.
everybody. We'll see you guys next week, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks so much. Bye, Kayla.
Bye, Kayla.
Bye.
Yay.
Jimmy, this is MC Alfred. I'm just chilling, with a star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man in a thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you